What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Forge. Thank you for letting us take the week off last week for Father's Day as we got to celebrate and do all sorts of wonderful stuff, eat meats and all things like that. Father's Day is the only holiday that I know where we get to cook our own food. Billy, I'm going to let you say hey to everybody and introduce our guest today and what we're going to be doing.
All right, what is up, folks? Billy the Kid here, live at the Forge with Jimmy G and two of our favorite guest hosts that we had to bring in for this Super Summer Spectacular, Diecast Norbz and Autocorrect Primer. These are two wonderful, wonderful people, wonderful reviewers, wonderful hosts of other shows too. Autocorrect, I know you've got a community of all of us, which is back now. But we are here. We are going to rock and roll. Let's have you guys introduce yourselves for anybody returning that may not have met you. Why don't we start with Diecast and move on to Autocorrect?
All right, everybody. I'm Diecast Norbz, Galactic Hooligan, and you can actually find me on YouTube, Instagram, and on the Facebooks as Diecast Norbz Activate, and you can actually also find us over in the Transformers Hooligans Hangout. I don't mind telling you guys, I've actually been out of the loop for a long time now and everything, still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with my channel and everything like that. But eventually I'll think of something and then I'll be back and everything like that. But sorry for the long hiatus, everybody. I'm still trying to mull things over for myself.
Autocorrect. Let's go, buddy.
Hey, thank you for having me. First and foremost, I appreciate it. Looking forward to it. You can find me here on YouTube. Yes, I have started back with a community for all of us, and you're more than welcome to, as a community, and whatever your passion is, and your geekdom that you enjoy, come on over. If you want to hang out, I'll also open up the channel, the last half of it now, for anyone that's in the chat that they can come in and ask questions. So yeah, doing reviews, got back into doing some G.I. Joes. My wife surprised me with a whole bunch of Action Force figures from Valorverse. Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Yes, and those are actually really cool figures. So I got a lot of stuff coming out, and I just did a review on Doc, who I've always wanted, and she surprised me with him. So yeah, that's about it. Oh, bitterteamedia.com. You can find everything that we do in there.
Nice.
Nice.
And can we give a huge shout out to a friend of the Forge?
Absolutely.
Who hit a huge milestone, NY Hunter Impressions. If you have not subscribed to this guy, you definitely do. Probably one of the greatest people that I know. Nicest guy. Got to see him real life in person. He's a real guy at TFCon, but he hit 1,000 subscribers. That is a huge milestone. Once you hit that 1,000, then you kind of it's just a huge kind of like lift of weight, like, yes, I've made it, or whatever it may be.
Yep.
But huge congrats. So if you haven't subscribed to him, definitely subscribe to NY Hunter and subscribe to all of these guys, Billy, Norbz, Autocorrect, and myself too as well. So, but let's see, we got some action in the chat and then we'll get into some news.
Yeah, we've got Strider 4 here. Strider, how you doing? Jason Sled's here. We just said New York Hunters here. Big M, Primal Parodies is in here too. And I mean, I'm ready for a really good night. Really quick, Candace is in. She just gave us all our updates on Gary Chalk. Gary is done with his treatments. He's starting his, I guess we'll call it recovery or remission.
Nice.
Yep. So, Candace, thank you for all of those updates. We truly appreciate it. We got to get you back on the Forge. Fishy 22.8 says hello, and Strider's doing good. Let's do it. Let's get into the news and let's have an awesome start of summer.
Yeah. We have got a Hasbro heavy news. I gotta adjust this window.
Here we go.
So it's kind of like this. Get our chat in there too. Boom. So look at that. And then just shameless plug here. I do have a show that I had to postpone this past Friday because of the news with my mom's going to be moving in with me. So we have to get stuff ready, but I will be having it. Let's talk best 80s cartoon. That will be coming up Friday. So it'll be kind of fun on that, but news and products. So first thing we want to talk about, first of all, thank you. The Forge is funded. Yes, we didn't have a Kickstarter, but one of the things is this platform that we use, Restream. It costs lots of money for what we want to do. And so we decided to do a fundraising game on the Underground, who kind of is one of our sponsors, our hosts, our covering, whatever you want to call them. And y'all showed out in force that played in that game. So we were able to fund the Forge for a year on this Restream platform. Also, it also helped with some of the finances for bringing my mom here from Tampa. So thank you, everybody on that.
Nice.
Best community out there.
Absolutely. But we start with this sad picture because we heard on
Yeah.
that there will not be a sequel to Transformers 1.
Yeah, no.
That really
it's
sucks.
so disheartening. We watch that movie weekly in our house. Weekly. That is like a regular family movie. As frequently as The Simpsons.
From a sequel standpoint, and we may get into this a little bit later, what I would have loved to see is just like, of course, Cybertron flourishing, but then that Civil War starts,
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see that story, but alas, we won't get to see it. Maybe in the comic books.
They have so much potential in this story. They have so much potential in this story, and they were actually, I think they were actually like dropping the ball with getting out more and everything to the fans, because it could actually have a cult following, which may like lead into more movies or something. Hopefully, cross my fingers on that.
Fingers crossed. Real quick, I do have to say hi. My sister-in-law Liz just joined the chat, and I had to say hi because Liz. It's just nice to see a new face.
Autocorrect's got some insider information for us.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm like, Autocorrect always knows, the future and what's happening. So before I even give my thoughts, let's hear it, Derek.
Hasbro,
Sunday.
Hasbro is putting all halts on all future movies.
All movies. So that's Transformers, G.I. Joe,
everything.
Anything Hasbro.
Yeah, as of right now, and some people that I still keep in contact is saying that Hasbro is kind of like stepping back from movies in general. They're going to focus on more cartoons with some of the stuff and focus on the gaming part of it. But right now they're trying to balance their budget because Wizard of the Coast was owed a lot of money from Diamond. And so there is so they're having to fix that problem, that big hole in their budget right now.
That really sucks because I was really looking forward to that Uno live action movie.
No.
I'm gonna hit you with the draw 4 times 12. So
I just want to say I agree with Strider. I hope we get at least a comic, even if it is a fan fiction. And then Brick Builder Prime says hello to everybody. They just joined in.
Hey,
what is going on?
What's up, Jason?
They should get TF1 hosted online for free to build interest in it. Honestly, it's still up in the top 10 on Paramount Plus or whatever that app is that has it. Like people are watching it.
Yeah.
So it's there. I just don't. They marketed it so poorly, and they can only blame themselves with it.
I know. We could have had a Beast Wars movie with Gary Jock back. So anyway,
well, this is what I'm thinking.
The other thing,
we've also got Anthony R. Haslage, the internet politician, saying, "Hey, I'll just passing through while I shred some docs."
I want to know what documents are being shredded right now. What are those documents?
But this is why I'm actually thinking cult following too, because Battle Angel became really big after her movie actually got out of the theaters and everything, and it made Disney take some notice. So from what I was actually hearing, there is this part 2 slated for that movie. So
really?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Now, Skybound.
Yeah, of course, our favorite. I just want to show you some of the covers of some of the coming up Transformers number 24. These are 3 of my favorite looking covers here. What I love is the 2 on the right because it has Optimus over Megatron and then Megatron over Optimus. It's just kind of juxtaposition there. And then, of course, the huge Devastator. That I love their covers. I think they're great. And, of course, if you're not reading it, you need to be. And then Autocorrect, without giving any spoilers, do you have anything you want to say about these comic books that are coming or what's coming up?
even though Hasbro has said that they are not looking at movies, that doesn't mean that Robert Kirkman isn't looking at pushing this.
Yeah.
And so there's already things that's in the rumbling of maybe either animation coming that would be based off of this universe.
Off the
And
Skybound Energon universe?
And it better be
and
PV-14.
Yeah.
it's
Let's
and
go.
and so Amazon Prime is another company's name's been thrown in the hat, especially since Invincible's done really well.
I was going to
And
say.
and then I heard that we may end up getting some action figures that may be coming from.
Yeah. Well, we got
So-
San Diego Comic-Con. We have the Void Rivals Jetfire
Yes.
that exclusive, which I hope Hasbro will have some on their website. Unless any of y'all that are in the internet sphere is going to San Diego Comic-Con and wants to pick one up for Jimmy G, I would be more than appreciated on that.
Yeah, man. I want not Transformers related, but Mattel is doing the Buck Rex from the Lost World
Oh, that's
in the Hammond
cool.
collection as their SDCC exclusive.
All
So
right.
I kind
We're
of
going
want
to put
that.
it out. We're
Real
gonna have
quick,
go for
Yeah.
it.
you guys, Derek, you were bringing up a toy line in regards to these Skybound comics.
Yes.
Most of the designs are based off of the Magic Square figures. The
Yeah.
lead artist
Whoa.
loves the look of the Magic Square figures and uses them as the base models. That's why if you look at issue number 1, that Optimus Prime on the cover is an exact pose. You can absolutely recreate that pose with the Magic Square Optimus Prime version 2 in legend scale, light a piece or whatever. Yeah, that pose. That's how I have
Yeah. Let me maximize that a little bit here. Boom.
Yeah, that
Nice.
pose is straight up just Magic Square's Legend Class Prime.
It looks like, now that I look at it, I can see the resemblance.
It's to the T. He
Yeah.
bases all the models off that. And then New Age is doing the Optimus Prime with the Megatron arm.
Mine's on the way.
In Legends.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's great.
Mine's
So there
on the
are
way.
options before Hasbro even jumps in. That's all I'm getting at. I would love for Hasbro to do something. It's their IP. Of course, I want them to, but they might take a little bit longer than I'm willing to wait. Let's word it.
Well,
that
you have
way.
that KO Studio series that comes with all those accessories.
Yeah,
that
I
has
just want
that
my
arm.
shipping notice from showzstore.com. Use the
Yeah.
reviewer code BTK, please.
So let's get into Hasbro and Takara Tomy here. And first things first, we got a live stream, fan stream coming up June 24th, 11 a.m. A lot of it has already been linked through the rumor sphere probably, but I have a feeling this is going to be very Megatron centric on that, as well as probably a few more announcements. But that's probably their big thing, is Megatron's going to take that whole thing, which I wish they would have put like a Megatron face in that artwork. But maybe they didn't want to give it all away, although we already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, even if they put Megatron in Prime's eyes as a reflection, that would have been
great.
So subtle and right on the nose as to what we should expect.
Come on. So we got that to look forward to. And then this is something that's interesting out of the rumor sphere. PulseCon exclusive Commander Armada Nemesis Prime with the Vorpal Saber. So we're getting mini cons that turn into the Star Saber. And there is going to be a version that comes out for the Armada Prime that turns into Star Saber too as well. So what we have been asking for, there's all sorts of 5mm ports all over that Armada Prime, all over the Armada figures. Now we're getting stuff that to be able to enhance those. So what are y'all thoughts? Are you going to pick this guy up? Are you excited about Armada figures coming out?
I'll hear it from the other two and then I'll jump in.
I can actually take it or leave it myself and everything, but that looks great, right? Like I would love to see a rendition of Nemesis like that, you know? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've actually gotten a few of the Armada figures myself and everything. I shouldn't actually be like a naysayer on it either or anything like that, because as soon as they come out, I'm just like, fine, take my money. You know what I mean? I'm going off buying them and everything like that, nonetheless, you know? But like, I'm neither here nor there with it, but I do like some of the designs. If they actually bring in that smoke screen, I'm out. That's all I'm saying.
What if they upgraded that smoke screen and made it like a usable figure?
I'm still out. I think that Smokescreen was kind of like one of the most annoying characters in the whole entire series to me and everything. So like,
yeah, it's the Blitzwing toy of the Armada series.
Sure, if you want to say that, Jimmy. How dare you say anything about Blitzwing?
What do you think, Autocorrect?
For me, it's probably going to be a pass. I don't have a lot of Armada in my collection, so yeah, it'd be nice to see, and it's nice to have it, but no, it probably won't be in my collection.
I do want to see prototypes. I want to see what it looks like. So
I do.
I kind of hope that they give us this as an alternate head sculpt.
Yeah,
like, that's so cool.
But they never do unless they were actually going to resell the figure. I'm sorry for saying that, but that's what actually happens.
Or DNA has to come out with an upgrade kit.
DNA will do the upgrade kit, but I mean, that's just such a cool shot, and that would be such a cool figure. I think it's pretty cool. I don't collect Armada. You know, the only character I really liked in that show was Armada Cyclonus, as weird as that is, you know.
Respect.
So, like, I would pick that up if they released him, but I'm okay. Like, I have nothing Armada in my collection.
But what was crazy is, I mean, I wish they would have included some of the gimmicks like the Armada toys had. Which were really, really cool and gave it really cool playability. Well, let's move on. So, and then we've got another quality assurance thing from Hasbro.
Yeah, I've been hearing nothing but sad news about this figure.
About the windows. Yeah. And then the windows are not aligned. Thank you, Transformers Bot Posting Facebook group, for posting this. But there is a fix to do it, but you should not have to fix your figures. You should not have to fix your HasLab. You should not have to fix your Titan, Mini Titan, whatever you want to call them. So this is a big miss here. So any thoughts on this?
I think it has. I'm sorry.
You're good, Derek. Go.
I think it's for the fact that they pushed it out because they were so worried about the tariffs and everything and it coming out. So this is what happens whenever you don't pay attention to all the details. And the sad thing is Hasbro's not saying anything about any replacement or fixes. I mean, there is a fix that you can do yourself, but not replacement.
So I've heard that too. The fix looks pretty simple. The other problem I saw is a lot of people were saying it's built like those, I forget what they're called, but like when you go to like Dollar General or one of those places and there's those $5 like 9-inch tall figures. It's the same quality material as those.
The same hollowness.
Yeah, I think they're called Titans, but they're a different type of Titans. Right. But yeah, it's that same hollowness. It's the same plastic, and a lot of people are just having issues with the actual build of the figure. Not even the window issue. It could have been
so great.
And to see that they actually had the sheer nerve to actually bring this out and everything like that as a $125 figure, you know?
Yep.
That's kind of like what actually gets me and everything. It's the gall that they actually had to do that.
The gall,
you know.
I canceled my pre-order on it. Like I couldn't do it.
Jim, I saw that Ken actually did the same thing. Is that I dislike the guy from Darth Ravage's figures, from Darth Ravage's video, and thank goodness we actually have reviewers who are actually taking a look at this guy firsthand, so we can, you know.
Yeah,
I'm still on the fence for him. I am holding out hope. Maybe all of that is for a Sky Gary or any of that coming out down the road, but that's very small hope that's happening there. So
our teacher for life, I 100% agree with you.
Our teacher for life
should never have to fix your toys.
Yeah.
If that's Nikki, I agree with you, Nikki.
You should be able to mod your toys. You shouldn't have to fix your toys. Yeah. So you should be able to mod them. You shouldn't have to fix them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, agreed.
Here we go. Packaging for the leader class Megatron. 54 steps. That is a crap ton of steps for this Megatron. So
especially for Hasbro, like any Hasbro product at that parts listing, like, you know, especially not throwing that new pricing where the parts, like the part count is what constitutes the price. I'm surprised this is only a leader class. That's how I'm
I am too. Very surprised it's only a leader class.
Yeah. They could have put Studio Series Devastation Megatron, and this would be like perfect no-brainer, easy buy, and you wouldn't get all the complaining. Because, you know, I think it's dope though.
I love him. I love him.
I do too.
I think he's actually awesome. Like I can't wait to get him and everything. You know, I will leave one for me, everyone. you know, so I can actually pick one up and everything. No quadruples or anything like that of Megatron, you know.
I
My
am telling
only,
you, yeah, the scalpers are bad. I mean,
yeah,
they
god
are
Oh
damn it,
yeah,
bad.
god damn it.
yeah.
If anybody picks up triples or anything, just throw one my way or something, because I need one of these guys. The only thing that I'd actually say about Megatron is that I kind of wish that I kind of hope they actually skybound him and give him like some ability so he can actually have like the handle on the bottom of the tank and everything for his tank pistol mode.
Did you see the
That would be
Batman
great.
Someone figured out how to do it. It's
Really?
It's horrible looking. Yes.
Oh, I
It's
love it though.
horrible.
I
No,
love the
no, you
fact that
don't.
it's horrible. 'Cause
I
that's-
thought you were going
and-
with Skybound. Sorry, spoiler alert. With Megatron using Laserbeak as his eyes and stuff like that. That would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
I would love that.
But like,
go for it.
but horrible is good though, because like in essence, that tank gun mode is horrible. So like it actually needs to be just as horrible as the Skybound.
It's horrible
So I
bad
love
as
it.
in ugly, not
Yeah, but
horrible
the
bad.
No, that's a
Skybound-
plus.
The Skybound art, it kind of looks like, okay, that could be cool. When you see this mode, it can't be cool.
That's it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
That's it. So then we've got this a courtesy of, I forgot, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Noza, you see it on the screen, but it's from Baidu. It is more the sketch concept art behind MP17, so you can see the inspiration. I am even more excited about this figure after seeing some of this sketch art. So I'm just going to go through some of it. First of all, you have some of the diagrams, and then of course the gray prototype here.
Beautiful.
But what you look at is where it's taking some of its inspiration. So you see
Yep.
all of these primes
Mhm.
here. And what they did was try to take that and make an original looking kind of with the inspiration from all these different primes.
Nice.
Nice.
Even down to the alt mode, when you look at, and then of course we see the weapons here, and we'll scroll back through these as y'all give your thoughts. And then like the alt mode here, this rear, I don't know if I have a picture of it. Yeah, look at that.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
just inspiration from the Bayverse Optimus on that. So thoughts on this MP17? If you're a masterpiece collector or if you're a prime collector, I believe this should be in your collection. But if you're not, then of course you can pass on it. I'm going to get it because I am a prime collector on that. So
What's the price on this guy?
a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
I
I think he's
I
going to
don't
be in
think
the
it's announced.
250, 270 range, I would probably say. That's probably where he'll be. But autocorrect, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on this guy?
I think he's beautiful. I think
Mhm.
it's a great concept that they did this, and that they're kind of giving this homage to all the primes through all the ages. If I had the money, I definitely would be throwing it down on this one. I don't have any masterpiece in my collection, but the more I see of this, the more I'm like, oh, it just has that itch that needs to be scratched, and he looks like he can do it, honestly.
Absolutely. Norbs.
He is goddamn beautiful. I really love everything about this guy. The one thing that I'm looking at my MP10 over here, whom I love more than most of my primes and everything. But let me tell you something. This guy can actually might easily take his place. If it wasn't so much money, I would actually be all over him like yesterday or something, because like it's great. Taking inspirations from everything. What? It's good. It's so good.
Yeah, I love all the weapons it comes with and things. Billy,
Oh, yeah.
your thoughts? I know you're out of the MP game,
So
but
I'm out of the MP game, but I have so much respect for this figure for what they're attempting to do with it and making it work. There is a picture that was up that I didn't see you share, but the upper arms were designed to emulate the Gen 1 toy.
yes.
So there's that little piece sticking out, I guess we'll call it. But I think it's wonderful. I do want to mess with it. I do want to mess with it,
Yeah.
but I got to
Billy,
see.
after I'm done with it, I'll send it to you so you can play with it.
Yeah, I got to see the cost before I go all in. But I mean, it's so clean. It's
Yeah.
great, and honestly, it's what Masterpiece probably wanted to be before it became this tune accurate thing. Because MPO1, MPO5, those were kind of original designs that still stuck true to Gen 1, like in terms of the concept. So this looks like, they could start fresh and maybe give us characters that they're having a hard time getting licensing from by doing this original take. So I like the idea. I like the presentation, and I think they pulled it off.
That picture right there is how I will pose him with his gun, like as a cannon right there.
Yeah.
That looks freaking amazing. So
And all of his blades like drawn and ready to go. Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
I love the fact that he actually just looks like great industrial design and everything, you know, like everybody's actually gonna score clock me and everything like that for saying this, but like it looks like some of those AI designs that we actually had. I'm sorry, our teacher for life, for saying this, but it looks like one of those the AI designs of all the primes that we've actually been getting a lot lately and everything. And it's really good.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen any of this sketch art, look online, go to TF News, go to TM Reviews is a great
TM
Facebook
Reviews
page,
wonderful
on there too as well. He's got a lot of great stuff on that. So, but yeah, really, really cool. So let's move on to the next rumor.
Oh, what?
Missing Link, Ratchet, Ironhide, and a Decepticon coming.
Really?
So, that is in the rumor sphere right now. They're going to do that. So are they going to give us Missing Link that looks like this, or are they going to give us the Missing Link with a Ratchet and an Ironhide head? I think we're going to get the first. If they did like any of the other ones, we're going to get the toy accurate, and then we're going to get an animation accurate one.
I agree with you. It'll be the toy first, 100%.
I think it'll be a head that will plug in.
That would be great. I remember seeing my friend being a depressed kid when he got this because that's.
He didn't like the little.
That was me. That was me. That was the first Transformer I got, Ironhide, and like I think it was like.
And you stuck with it.
What?
And you stuck with it.
Yeah. Believe it or not, like he was the first one I got. It was the first one on my block to actually get a Transformer toy and everything. I think this was what started the craze. But I remember when we were actually like we're in the supermarket and or what was it, a Sears back then? Not to age myself or anything, but we're in a Sears, just like checking these guys out. And among all the race cars and everything like that, it was the van. And then my parents said, "Here, stay in your lane." And give that to me.
That's funny.
Yeah, so like that's I might need that.
Yeah, so you can relive your depression again, Norbz.
Yeah.
I'll
have more to talk about in therapy.
That's it. I'm digging the Missing Link line. I mean, it's starting to price itself out. I think, Sunstreaker is one I'm definitely going to get. The RC I'm going to get. But gosh, like when the Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper came out, it was like, what? They were $40 a piece.
44.
Expensive. Yeah.
Very,
very expensive on that. But toys are just getting expensive. And as collectors, you got to kind of put where your dollars go. What you got to correct?
If Ironhide's like about $200, I can relive my depression for real all over again.
Or what they may do is like they did with the Optimus Prime and the Legacy is take the Missing Link and then put it where it's the plastic, and then you'll have it that way too.
That would be great.
So
that would be good. Let's see what else I got here. Yep, all sorts of fan art has come out on the 2026 lineup. And I was so excited about Vortex going, man, we're going to really get a really cool Bruticus. And then I see Blastoff as a jet. And again, not confirmed, but if it is, I will be very sad and depressed.
No, they can't. They can't do that.
They can't do it. Yeah.
Nope. The backlash from the fans would be almost unbearable for them.
Absolutely.
Not only that, but I think Hasbro is really going for the gold this time and everything. They're actually going to make sure that they've got to make sure that he's a shuttle.
If they want us to spend that kind of money, Voyager pricing, it's got to be accurate.
Yeah. Now remember, this is all fan art and speculation, so hopefully they're wrong.
Those fans are terrible and need to go away.
That's it.
Also, super excited about Sure Shot.
Yeah, Sure Shot figure. Yeah. And then there's that Smokescreen. It's the Armada vert. No, I'm just kidding.
But what are they going to do with Smokescreen though? Is he going to be like are they going to bring him in as like the as the Siege Smokescreen? Because I know they're doing that with Prowl, right? And like that kind of worries me.
I don't know. Don't know. And then we have another page of them too as well. The one I'm excited about is Big Convoy.
Yep. Yeah. Big Convoy is bought unless it's god awful. Like if they show it and it's just horrible, I'm buying it.
I love what
like,
NY said. The artist isn't able to draw shuttles. That's why we got to check it.
that's great.
Yeah.
Weird
that's it.
Al Rekar. I'm excited for that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then Quick Strike too, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting all
And
sorts of
and
really
he's a
cool
deluxe.
stuff.
They're treating the fans right. Armada, what Sideswipe, right? That is.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Sideways.
An animated
Ratchet. Yeah.
Ratchet. That's for me. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's a great character. Animated Ratchet's
Yeah.
definitely like the best miserable. He's right up there with Cup. It's like one of those miserable, grumpy people you don't want your kids around.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then
I
the
relate to him
G2,
so well.
the G2
also-
Dinobots look great.
Yeah.
That
So
Razor Claw is going to be great.
yes. With the G2 Dinobots, they better go all out and give us all of them and not
Oh,
just.
Yeah.
that would be great.
I
Because I mean, we've
agree.
got the nacho cheese Grimlock and the blue Grimlock. You
I
know,
like
we
the
need all
Nacho
of
Cheese Grimlock.
That's it. That's
my
it
guy.
ain't easy being cheesy. So,
So the internet politician states, as a millionaire, I can surely afford all of these things. Checks account balance. As a $20 error, I can surely afford the packaging.
a lot of dumpster diving will be happening on that one. So let's move on. And then one last one here, Quintus Prime. So I'll be interested to see how or what form or what alt form and stuff that will have.
Yeah, that's going to be just really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So who knows? We may get some stuff. So we're going to move on to the world of Funko, and Billy pointed this out. So if you're a Funko collector, or if you're going to conventions and like to get Funko Pops autographed, well, they got some new ones coming out for you. We got Beast Wars Funko Pops coming out. So any thoughts on those? I mean, it would be great. Like if Gary's back on the circuit, I would have a Beast Wars Optimus Prime and have him sign that.
Exactly. I'd buy one, pay for the autograph, and call it a day.
That's it. That's it. And David K signed that Megatron.
Yep.
I want to say something right before this, the Pop Toys, but the Quintesson,
Yeah.
if you look at it and you collect Void Rivals, you'll have an idea what it's going to look like.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. That Void. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I just
where they live. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope the execution is great in the toy.
So, are they going to make him flip inside out and give him a cage as like the like? What are they going to do with him? I wonder. Are they going to do the same thing like they? I kind of feel like they're actually going to do the same thing that they did with the other one.
Yeah. I don't know.
Give me 1 second. I got to let my dogs out. Sorry.
All right.
Oh. Sorry.
Let my dog.
All right.
I had to do that. But okay, now we can talk about Billy. So I'm just kidding.
I'm like, so you know what he did to me? Let me tell you something.
But are you a Funko collector? Any of y'all?
My wife.
No. But that Rhinox looks great though. Like I kind of want it just for that.
Yeah, that Rhinox does look good.
Yeah, I have Grimlock from the Pop Toys.
That one wasn't a hard one to get. That was an expensive one. And him and Jetfire were very hard to get on those. On that. So but yeah, let's move on. So we've got Fans Toys. I only got one thing from them. For those of y'all that have been waiting millions of years for them to complete their Minosaur, we finally got some in-hand images of, and it's transformed incorrectly there, of good old Dead End here. So if you're a Masterpiece guy, go for it. I like the DX9 Minosaur, and then of course Magic Square's Highway Overlord for the Legend scale is amazing. Or if you get the KO, the Tiger Wing is pretty good too as well. But if you're a Masterpiece guy, some Fans Toys, DX9, you got the whole holy war going on there between these two here. So
great choice of words. Real quick, Fishy 22.8 wants to know if you've seen those Land Before Time Funkos. I did, and I want Sharptooth.
Fine, bring up more childhood tragedy from that one too as well.
Norbz, Derek, what do you guys think about this Fans Toys?
I think it's actually kind of cool, although like I'm finding it hard to gauge exactly where the transformation is actually going to go for the body. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine, but like still yet though.
Fans Toys cleans up really good, and they do a really amazing job at hiding stuff. And Billy, being a former Fans Toys guy, can attest.
If I was still an MP guy, I'd be pre-ordering probably 2 of this. You know, one for bot mode and one for combined mode.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
It does. It looks really good.
Yep. So a lot of people are waiting, and then there's a lot of people searching for all the other fans toy releases of the Stunticons, and the prices have gone up on those. So
Oh, I'm
hopefully, Fans
sure.
Toys will
Good stuff.
re-release
Yeah.
those. So hopefully they do. But something I am excited about. So while we're all waiting for our dicks, Magic Square has actually, before we get into that, sorry, you'll hear why. We got
Oh
the
boy.
MP scale Vortex that is ready for pre-order. And when Magic Square puts it on our website for pre-order, it means it's almost done and ready to ship. And they said with their blast off is very, very soon. So that one's just about getting ready to launch too. But there it is. I mean, it looks gorgeous.
He looks great. Yeah.
The alt mode again,
Oh,
but
Oh,
son of a
wow.
biscuit, the Vortex was the hardest of all of them to transform for me. I cussed. I wanted to throw it away. I wanted to buy a new one because I didn't know where to go with the transformation on it. So hopefully this is a lot better, but it's exactly the same. I'm assuming on that.
It was Swindle for me. Swindle was the one I
Swindle
couldn't.
was tough too, but look at those. Look at those guys. Those
That's just
beautiful.
great.
And then, of course, there it is, just kind of in their mode. So if you don't own the Legend scale version of these, I would encourage you to get them. But if you are a Masterpiece collector, Magic Square is coming for you, Fans Toys, X Transbots, all you companies, because they're making quality things for very, very cheap.
Yeah, there's this thing when it's finished is going to be like game changing because the Legend scale Bruticus is fantastic. So I can't imagine how good that's going to be.
Yeah,
that photo is actually giving me Attack on Titan vibes.
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say a boner.
That too, probably. But any thoughts from y'all, or have y'all picked up the Legend scale Bruticus?
You know me and Legend scales. I haven't been able to pick up anything else in Legend scale that or anything. So I think I'm actually missing out on quite a bit and everything. But that looks beautiful, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
it looks
does.
really
Yeah,
good.
wow. It just cleans up in both modes super well. I love it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does. It does. It looks beautiful.
I think
Go
I
for it,
pitched
Autocorrect.
Derek all the time about getting the Magic Square Legends.
He does. Always. I'm still waiting for my Devastator. From
That's New Age. That's going to be
Yeah.
shipping. We're actually on Jersey store now, double checking, but that is on coming soon. So that'll be shipping any day.
So yeah.
NY Hunter, you're right. Panel former, but gosh, they are gorgeous. And then, like I said, for all of us waiting for Dick, we're gonna go into Magic Square. And if you don't know what I mean, that is the name of New Age's Sideswipe.
That's what I can't wait for.
But yeah, Magic Square has re-released their painted version of their Sideswipe. I do have this one coming
Very
as
cool.
well.
I will say this one's too inaccurate because the
Yeah.
painted Sideswipe I have has silver instead of white.
Correct.
And I can't wait to get rid of him and replace him with New Age's Dick.
Yeah. All about it.
I cannot wait for the reviews on
The little
that.
red
Yeah, I mean,
tip.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be
Oh, yeah.
great. So
Everybody should be in the thousands just to hear the jokes.
that's right. That's right. But yeah,
There's my little Dickie.
That's it. There is the alt mode
look at him.
for Sideswipe.
Now, just so anybody that's pre-ordering this knows, this is a large figure. Like this figure is
Yes.
tall.
It will
He's
not
like,
scale with your New Age.
no, not at all. He's almost the size of like New Age Prime. He's so big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big guy, but he's gorgeous, man. Again, I had some difficulty. If one of the things with Magic Square, if you don't have it lined up just right, it's not going to come together totally perfect. So you got to be very, very intricate with that. So, but yeah, until we can get our dicks in our hands, we will definitely play with some side swipe on that. So, but
What's
yeah,
next? What's next?
You can just slide it to the right.
that's it. We're gonna go.
Better not jiggle your dick.
My
too
dick
much
is gonna
or
lean to the
anything like
left.
that,
That's it. Oh my gosh. gosh. We're gonna go Transformers adjacent, and this is one that I pre-ordered. I sent to Billy and showed him. I am
Oh
a
yeah, this
sucker
was
for
beautiful.
I'm a sucker for samurai and things like that. So I got a video for y'all, and I'll just let the video speak for itself while y'all watch it.
Favorite sound effect.
Getter Robo, baby.
That looks cool.
I love the 80s.
Are you guys actually hearing sound?
I sound.
Yeah.
I'm rocking out. I love how easily interchangeable those hands are.
Look at that. That's some blood sport articulation there.
Man, so much homework was done on this. This is awesome.
Wait, he transformed?
Cat.
Oh, that's great.
That is epic.
That was beautiful.
Oh yes. So if you're not a fan of Japanese anime back in this robot animes back in the 70s and 80s, this is Getter Robo. If you don't know who that is, definitely check it out. But this is their samurai version of it. It is almost like a legend scale. It's about 5.75 inches. So it's a little guy. But for being a little guy, what Iron Romance has done, they've done some amazing work on this. So love to hear some of y'all's thoughts on this guy.
The articulation and then the paint outs and the head sculpts, they're just, I still can't believe what I just watched. I love samurais, and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
All the way around. That is just crazy.
The fact that they do the combination, like the forming, because there's a lot of the Getter Robo figures that are out there that don't do that. They just don't do that. And so this actually does that from the show. But of course, this is all in that old school Japanese samurai, Edo period, all that kind of stuff. So
I'm just really surprised it actually has a transformation. That's actually very cool.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see more of this. I couldn't hear any of the music, and the video was actually like really jumpy to me. But I get it, like this guy's actually going to be very cool. Kind of reminds me of Gurren Lagann with like everything that he's actually doing here and everything.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, Billy, I know this is.
I'm looking at it right now on Show Z because there's a really cool one with black and aqua coloring that's just.
That's
like incredible.
That's the black shin getter. If you watch the anime,
that'll be easy for me to convince my wife to let me get. That is.
I mean, that's just beautiful. I'm contemplating pre-ordering it right now. It's coming soon.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at just now.
That is the damn guitar riff had me sold, and then the levels of articulation.
Yeah,
was mind blowing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then now for something completely different, like I like to end for Billy, and I have another video for y'all. So let's just roll the tape. We got some
Kawaii bots.
Kawaii. We got Soundwave. What's cool, if you turn it over, he turns into Ravage. and then shattered glass sound wave.
That's so funny.
I have a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old daughter who will probably be getting these.
I have a wife that will be wanting this.
Who am I kidding? It'll probably be on my shelf.
Oh, there's a shockwave. My son
Oh
will
my
want
god.
that. That's cute though.
Even has a little cord in the back.
Yep. And then Mirage.
There's music is hitting.
That's it. I know I'm gonna get a copyright strike on this, but I don't care. This is
Who
so
cares? The music's great.
Wow.
It's just so cool.
I want to go play a claw machine now.
I know. But there they are, my friends.
Very
There
cute.
they are. And so, yes, that is what we got. Oh, sorry. Oh, you ended that video. No. All right. Sorry. Again, there's the 4 that you get. You get that Mirage from the War for Cybertron. And a lot of these were inspired from War for Cybertron, except for, of course, the shattered glass.
Yep.
But what's really cool, Soundwave has a Ravage, so that's pretty cool on
That's
what they
pretty
do. But yeah, my daughters will probably want these, and I will probably get them. Definitely my one daughter who's a huge fan of Shockwave. She's going to definitely want that one. So, but Norbz, you getting all 4 of them?
Oh, sure. Tomorrow. But like, no, they're cute. They're very, very cute. I like those a lot.
Yeah, and autocorrect your wallet's going to get a little lighter for your wife, right?
Oh, it will, especially when it's a sound wave.
Damn, he can do it.
Yeah, sound wave. She loves sound wave. So yeah, and a little Ravage. Oh, and it's a plush. Lord have mercy. You should see all the friggin' My Little Pony plushes she has.
Oh,
So that
yeah.
might be the only thing that'd be nice to have in the collection. It's that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is all the news that I have for y'all. So let's talk. It is summertime. It is 100 million degrees outside. What better time to go play with toys and all sorts of stuff. But Summer at the Forge, I know a lot of times there's a lot of announcements that go on, and there's not a lot of releases happening usually. But love to hear kind of like what are your summer goals and things that you want to do when it comes to collecting, or maybe even your YouTube channel or whatever it may be.
It's a great question. Why don't we start with the guys, and then we'll all go into our thoughts.
Yeah, and if anyone has any questions in the chat, feel free to let us know.
I'll let autocorrect go first.
Well, for me this summer is getting ready for different shows coming up, and also finishing up our book that we're going to have. It's not going to be dealing with Transformers or anything, but it's a long passion that I wanted to have done dealing with Bigfoot. So I'm actually going to be doing that and doing a book circuit with it for book signings and everything for that coming up this summer.
I want to go look for Bigfoot, so that is awesome.
Well, I can share a story with you that I was a skeptic that made me no longer a skeptic.
Really?
And that's what made me decide to write the book.
So then why don't I buy the book to hear the story? At least you can make some money.
That's the only story I didn't share was my own personal story. I kept that. But a lot of the stories that I have is from firsthand account from a lot of people.
Oh,
so wait, so then your story you didn't put in the book?
No, I wanted to be based.
Hear it.
Okay, so my family also has Native American. Sioux Nation is a part of our big part. That's what my grandmother was full Sioux, and we have a lot of oral traditions dealing with the hairy man and all. And as a kid, you hear a lot of it, and you kind of like you're like, okay, it's the boogeyman. It's not a thing. So about 8 years back, I was going to an area that they said, hey, this is a hot spot. And I was getting ready to do the book because a lot of people I had met during that time, I was writing their stories. And one person was like, hey, You got to go to this location. It was actually in South Carolina, and I can't say exactly where it was in South Carolina because the family asked me not to. But I go there, and we're riding in a car, and we're getting into the dense part of the woods, and it's a natural reserve. And I'm right, and we're riding. We come to a stop, and I see something to my left, and I'm like, "That's a huge ass bird that's going through the woods." And then I stop and I go, "Wait a second, that's not a bird that's going from tree to tree to tree." And it's something that to have had to the point where when I saw it, I mean, even get goosebumps reliving it. But to see something that you've told yourself can't exist, doesn't exist, is absolutely impossible. To see something that goes against all that, you're going, my grandmother's not crazy. The tribe, the people, the oral traditions, they're not crazy. And trying to grasp and come to terms with that was very hard for me at first. And so yeah, it still to this day I cannot. What I saw was a creature that was going from a tree to tree, and it was completely dark, and it was during the daytime. It wasn't at nighttime.
Wow.
Yes,
Sounds like Predator.
it scared the shit out of me. It really did. And I mean, panic attack, everything hit me as soon as I realized what it was or what
That's
I thought.
wild.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna check that book out when you finish it. Norbs, I doubt you can top the Bigfoot story, but what do you got coming this summer too?
Well, my family's actually going away and everything like that. I'm actually kind of like just hanging out here by myself and everything like that to my own devices. I haven't really got a lot going on or anything like that at this moment because I still don't know exactly where I'm actually taking my channel. I've also lost like a little motivation, so I'm actually trying to I'm trying to revamp myself and just kind of like work on art and everything like that for now and everything and some storytelling. So that's what I'm actually doing right now. And then I don't know, like eventually I might come back into it or something like that. I'm actually at like 902 right now as far as like my subscription list and
902. Come
everything.
on. We got to
Yeah,
get you up there, man.
We'll
yeah.
get you up there.
So I was actually kind of I don't know if it's actually that was actually like discouraged or something like that, but I'm actually just kind of like just waiting off of it for a minute and everything, trying to figure out exactly where I want to go. Like if I should be doing something different, maybe shorter reviews or something like that. I'm actually experimenting with a 4-second review just for viewership, you know. So it's gonna be it should
It's
actually
going to
be
be like
something like
the
here it
Norbs'
is.
version of the Vine.
It's good.
Right.
It's great on that. So,
So we'll
uh,
see though. We'll see.
but
All right.
something though, Norbs, I mean, everyone goes through it's I call it hitting the wall or the slump or whatever it may
I get
be,
that.
where you go into a retrospective on going, am I doing what I love? When it stops becoming passionate and things like that, you got to kind of start reevaluating why you're doing it and what you love about it too, as well.
Right.
And so I know even for myself, I mean, it seems like during the summer when it's really busy, it gets a lot harder, and almost doing this hobby right here kind of takes a back seat to a lot of things. Like, for instance, you got family vacations, or that's when you're doing renovations, or whatever it may be. But I just want to encourage you, man. Your reviews are extremely positive. They're extremely great.
I
And
appreciate it.
you should be at 4 million subscribers. I don't know why you're not.
I
Uh,
appreciate that.
but I would say, hang in there. If you had just do one a week, then just do one a week. And that's what, that's what some people may have to do.
I
That
think that's
comes
all
down
I'm
to.
actually really having time for, really, and everything like that, with like the demands of like the job that I'm actually in right now, which I'm actually trying to like veer. I need to change my jobs. So like, there's a lot of stuff that actually goes on there too, and everything like that, as far as like time and my own time management and like the work life ratio that I'm actually needing and
Yeah.
everything like that. So like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that actually comes into play and everything, but I will figure it out. And as soon as I do, I might be back.
You will be back. I know
Yeah.
you will. You'll be back soon.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the
I
first
took a
the first time I
You'll
thought I was
remember
leaving reviews, Autocorrect Primer invited me on the community for all of us, and we started doing that regularly, and that kept me going. then I started reviewing and doing more stuff on my own. And then Jimmy and I started up at the same time that I was questioning whether or not I wanted to do this anymore. And that kept me going.
Which you were one of my inspirations, Billy.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
That's insanity. But like this community always finds a way to suck you back in. Is all I'm trying to say. There's great people here. There's people that you want to spend time with, that you consider, your family here.
True.
And, you'll find it.
I mean, I stepped away for a little while, and mine was more health reasons and stuff why I stepped away. But like Billy reaching out, doing Fortnite, y'all invite me here. I finally reached 700 subscribers, so I was extremely excited about that. So, but with that, I was like, I need to do this for me, it's and that's what it really needs to be. And my wife, she was like, hey, I got you a surprise. And sometimes it is kind of going off and doing another figure of something you haven't ever looked at to give you another new perspective. And plus, you talk about doing your own book and your own artwork. I mean,
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I actually decided to open up don't judge me here, an AI companion to actually kind of like help me out with. But the thing about it is that it's asking.
Is that all the
questions.
AI companion doing?
But like, so like I decided to open up something and like Copilot and everything like that, so that I could actually kind of like make the flow of make the creative flow go a little bit faster and everything like that. And it's actually kind of seeming to work and everything like this. It's like it's asking the right questions and everything like that. Like I kind of like really just like kind of like prompting me to really delve a lot more into the story and get from point A to point Z now or something. So like at first when I was actually just like get stuck at point A, I've actually gotten to point C now and everything, which is progress, So so like anything that's actually good progress is good progress and everything. So I'm still working on it.
So I agree there. Two things. New York Hunter totally agrees with you, Autocorrect. Once you start doing it for you, you will have the excitement. And then Anthony, our internet politician, has been trying for years to get a group of guys together to do a joint channel with frequent reviews, but he keeps ending up kind of a loner. So we're going to have to get Anthony on the Forge, and maybe Anthony would want to join you, Autocorrect Primer, on Community for All of Us.
I would love that. Absolutely.
What's up, Derek?
Hey.
Derek's
even you, Norbz, you're more than welcome too. Also,
I appreciate that. Yeah,
absolutely. Derek's show is what got me started. Like it helped me elevate to my next level. So that's huge. Hello to the other Derek. How was BotCon, brother? You're always allowed to be late. Hopefully BotCon was a huge success. I'm looking forward to hearing where next year is. Guys, Derek is a major part of BotCon and just a wonderful guy if you're not friendly with him.
And Derek's never late. Everyone else.
No, never.
He's got the best name. I mean, I relate. Derek's never late. We're always
and his show
on time.
His show, Realm of Collectors, that they do some really great stuff too.
Yeah, they do. Anytime I do night work, I usually have them on as my background show. Yeah, I really like what they do.
So, Billy, what about you? What does summer hold for Billy the Kid's toy reviews as well as you?
So it holds a very busy summer for me. We've got family coming in from Alaska this week.
Oh, they're going to be very shocked at the weather, probably.
Oh, it's going to be totally different weather. So we've got them coming in. Then we've got the 4th of July, which my birthday is the 5th of July. And they always throw these wonderful, parties for me in town. Like they set off fireworks and everything, all for me.
It's amazing.
It's
all over the United States that they do.
The country is like, holy shit, this kid is the greatest. We need to do a firework extravaganza for him. So celebrating my birthday, and then I don't know. I don't have many reviews coming in. I have a lot of pre-orders, but nothing's hitting.
It's the dry spell, man.
Yeah, it's the dry spell. So I'm picking up any random figures that my son sees that he's excited for, and I'll try to just review them with him. I'm thinking of doing a whole section of my channel as just our adventures together. So I think that's what I'm going to be filming and experimenting with this summer is the adventures of the Billies or Billy's Adventures or something like that, and bring
should.
in different things like Jurassic Park or Minecraft or whatever he's into.
Or when
So
they go
that's
fishing.
I'm definitely, as soon as I
That
finish building this shed,
he,
I'm going fishing.
he makes me jealous every time. He's like, "Look at this beautiful blue crab I have right here," and I'm like, "Son of a bitch."
Well, I'm definitely going to be crabbing this coming week because the Australians have never been, not Australians, the Alaskans have never been crabbing in this area. So I'm
Oh
going to
wow,
take them
yeah.
crab.
Nice.
And there are Australians too. My wife's got family in Australia as well. So they visit also, but not this year. No
Yep.
Australians this year.
I
What
think
about you, Jimmy?
I love crabs so much. I'm taking medication for it. So anyway,
Not so much the biting as it is the pinching, though.
well, for me, as y'all know, my mom is moving in, so I'm gonna have to readjust how I do some things for my my channel as well as some of the lives and things like that, because me and her will be sharing this space. Or her and I will be sharing this space down here. But yeah, she's moving in for a little bit. We had just some family emergency stuff happen. So, as life deals things to you, you take it one at a time and you just kind of make it happen. But thank God to an amazing community who has actually helped out and actually done like I said, through the underground, through the game raffles, and through some people that have donated too as well to kind of help get her down here, which has been awesome.
That's good.
As well as what we're doing here with the Forge. But for me, when it comes to my channel, again, it's one of those things that I am very ADD. I am not taking Pazel's advice on narrowing my collection and things like that. I am still very ADD, but I am transitioning a lot into the bigger Japanese robots and things like that. So you'll start seeing some of those reviews from me. The other thing is I'm looking forward to kind of a bi-weekly live show on Fridays where we just kind of talk about all things pop culture, things like that. Have some of you guys on too as well, and just have some fun with that. And then my wife wants me to start. I don't know when it'll happen, but I have an affinity for gas station food. I will stop at a gas station and eat anything that's on those hot dog rollers, whatever it may be. I will eat any gas station food, and I can tell you where the best chicken tenders are that are at a gas station. And so my wife says I need to start a TikTok or some kind of little vlog called Jimmy's Got Gas, and it's just gas station food reviews. So I may start that.
I would tune into Jimmy's Got Gas regularly.
Yes.
But and what it is, it's not just it's not the chain gas station. It's those independent ones where they have that little fryer and that little that showcase in front of you, all that greasy goodness that just is delicious.
Oh, wait,
So
Jimmy, do you give a review in the bathrooms too? Because
Yeah, I
that's gonna be
should.
important
I
for
should.
it.
Yeah,
I should review the
you
bathroom.
sound like you're creating your own sliders. I mean,
as crazy as that sounds, when I was a touring musician, there was this little rinky-dink gas station on the way to this one venue in Connecticut we would play at, and they made the best fried chicken on the friggin' planet. I would stop there every time we played to get that fried chicken, and you would never think it. It's like you go in there and it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but that chicken was to die for.
And you don't want to look at the health score because
No, I don't care about the health score.
it's just that it tastes good. I'm telling you what, health score has turned so many people away from amazing restaurants. Just hey, you know what? They may not wash their hands, but damn, that chow mein is awesome.
The thing is you get to a point where you don't wash your hands, and those germs become a part of you anyway. So it's not like they're really infecting you as
I
said.
think those that eat gas station food or weird things are going to be immune to whenever the zombie apocalypse comes because they're going to have that immunity. It's just going to be there, And but yeah, that's kind of I don't know if I'll start that or what. I think it'll be
Start
fun.
it. It'll be
It
great.
needs to, it needs to go.
It may
And
take
also,
off, better than the toy channel, but we'll see what happens.
there are gas stations over here that you would absolutely love. They actually serve Cuban food over in a couple of these gas stations. Yeah.
Now I've had some, of course, the chain Wawa. I've had some of their stuff. I wish
that doesn't count.
Yeah,
that doesn't count.
I wish our 7-Elevens were like the 7-Elevens in foreign countries because those are amazing. And of course, I just had a cow stomach and bean curd pepper soup. That sounds great. And if it came from a gas station, it was probably amazing. So,
So Hunter, Wawa, I get that Wawa rules, but if Jimmy's doing this show on these gas station foods, I don't want to see a chain. I want to see a place that's been in a family for 50 plus years.
There's
and there's cousins married to cousins cooking pig feet.
Like somewhere on the dusty road of Highway 8.
Yeah.
There's a gas station that we went to all the time, and it was owned by an Asian family, and they had pickled pig feet.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that and you never saw any stray cats or anything around, but your food was so good.
It's delicious.
Gas stations are where families go to dinner over here. From
100% agree. Sometimes I even took my kids one day to a gas station and said, "Let's get some dinner," and they were like, "Really, Dad?" I was like, But I know some of y'all that are watching right now are going, "When are y'all going to talk about Transformers?" But doggone it, them roller hot dogs are amazing. All right.
I'm having just a good time. And honestly, if we're talking Transformers, just bring up some bots, because I'm sure there's at least one bot that was on a roller in a hot dog place in some gas station or something.
Listen, in essence, we are talking about Transformers. We're talking about the way the gas station food will actually transform your intestinal tract and that sort of thing, and then that's Transformers.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're going in for a colonoscopy and you have to have your choice of drinking that god awful liquid or eating a halfway decent hot dog, to make that happen, just eat that halfway decent hot dog. It's going to be great. It's going to be.
I mean, there are going to be a lot of things left behind from the hot dog too, though. No,
but
so
part of it won't just be gas stations. I might branch out to like little taqueras and all that kind of stuff too. But
if you're going to do it on your channel, right? Maybe pick up like the little tchotchke toys that they sell, a few of those, and review them while eating the food.
That's it. That's it. What's bad is like my TikTok is already set up for it because I misspelled the good, the bad, the awesome, and spelled
that's right.
The food, the bad, the awesome, and so it's.
I kind of love that.
Guess it's got to happen. It's kismet, right?
That's almost like destiny was calling you.
That's it. But that's what's going on in Jimmy G's life here, is that kind of stuff. But it is, again, I think we're all in that place in the summer where it gets busy, and we feel like sometimes we get home and it's stressful, it's tired, you're tired, and you're like, I don't know if I want to record another video or whatever it may be. But I do like what Autocorrect says. Sometimes it's just a release. It's a good, just kind of like stress reliever, just to be able to go, I'm going to play with this toy for the first time and share with y'all my initial thoughts and think something amazing about it, right?
Yeah.
So, but speaking of toys, are there any that are on the horizon this summer that you are looking forward to, that you can't wait to get your hands on? I know you got that. And where did you get that, Norbz?
I won that from your game, Jimmy. And
yeah,
it's
on the
wonderful.
Underground, baby.
Look at this guy. He's beautiful. This I think is actually starting to make me feel like I actually need to get out of retirement for a little while. Like, look at this.
That is beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Isn't it? Though?
Look at the shine. The shine when you turn it, like the shine, it just looks so beautiful.
That is the best vehicle Voltron, or Daruger for those of y'all that are like correcting me. Yes, that is the best one there. That Solo Chogokin one.
Are you not entertained? Look at this guy. So
I love the fact that has the vehicle mode, then you have the super vehicle mode, and then you have Voltron mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it's like, who drives around a car that looks like a fist?
I would.
And people were like, man, I'd like to see the rest of the robot that goes to. Love that. But what figure are you looking forward to, Norbz? We'll start with you.
I'm Megatron all day, every day right now and everything until he's in my hands. Him, Power Glide, I'm definitely looking forward to also and everything, I know that we actually just got the prompt that actually said that the Constructicon 2-pack is actually supposed to be on the way. So, I'm actually looking forward to those guys. Silverbolt, looking forward to him. And they even dropped the price lovingly on BBTS for him and everything like that because of the tariffs were actually off on those guys, and then they're actually just over the shipping area they just decided well, give it to him anyway. So like good. Everything's
Yeah,
falling according to
absolutely.
plan. But
Absolutely. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of broke wallets in July with Silver Bowl, the 2-pack coming out and things like that. And those that have not canceled their stuff, their
Terry said, Blitzway just sent me a note that says, "Hold my beer."
Yes. Gosh, if Eric, you've seen that legendary Voltron, right? The legendary Defender by Blitzway. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so expensive, but doggone it, I want it so bad. But autocorrect, what figures are you kind of looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the Insecticon that actually was Venom, but they're calling him Vinny.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's the same thing, though, by the way.
Yeah, and I had the original as a kid. I still have it over there in the display. So I'm looking forward to that, and then I'm also looking forward to getting the Valorverse vehicle. So I do have that. That's supposed to be coming. So I'm looking forward to doing that and showing that off.
And I know we talked earlier before the show started on HasLab, another HasLab's getting ready to launch. We're assuming it'll probably be a G.I. Joe HasLab. And I said, they released that 3.75-inch Sky Striker. They need to do a Night Raven.
Yes.
I would love a Night Raven. That toy would bring back so many memories.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'd get enough money for that Ryobot there, Derek. After my review, I'd be like, that thing was... The Ryobot Voltron, the Legendary Defender one, will be just going into Lion mode, while the Blitzway one will be in Voltron.
Is that the one that's legs don't lock in?
Yes.
Yeah, that's just
yes.
Like it's Voltron.
And holy cow, Ryobot is such a great company, and they do some amazing robots, and then they release this, and it's just like, what the heck?
That's rough.
So, Billy.
So I don't have much ordered. A lot of my reviews are probably going to be on the fly, but I do have a few pre-orders that I'm really looking forward to, particularly robot toys.
Yes.
Their Tarantulas is coming out. They've got a Masterpiece Waspinator coming out, and they've got a Legend Scaled Rampage coming out. And all of them just look amazing. So they're high on my list for what I'm really looking forward to this year. On top of that, you've got the New Age Sideswipe.
Yep.
We haven't heard anything, and we haven't seen any updates.
Call it by its right name.
I want to see New Age's dick. Okay.
You're going to be on the list. See it now.
Yeah, I'm on the list. There's been no update. No, we're screwed on this one. There's been no updates in months. So I think they might be redesigning those forearms that everybody was complaining about. Because there's been no movement. Instead, we've seen that New Age is going to be releasing Hoist. Right, I believe he's coming relatively soon. They just released the two Sunstreaker repaints. They dropped, and then I do have that knockoff of the Studio Series 86 Prime coming in with the trailer and all the accessories. Just because it has the right head sculpt, it has the MP44 like tune accurate Optimus Prime head sculpts, and that alone sold me. I'll probably sell off like the Starscream kit. I could care less about that. But that's coming in. I'm looking forward to that. And then my son and I have been doing a lot of Jurassic Park stuff. And looking forward to yard sailing and grabbing as many Jurassic Park
figures. Yard sale, that's
it's summertime. That's what you got to do.
Yes, the art. And you got to get there early because, again, you got those collectors that get there that buy stuff up cheap and to sell it. But
to sell, and I'm here trying to relive memories. My wife picked up a bunch of old Kenner Predator figures for me at a yard sale.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to do a fun little retro review of those. And then I want to clean them up and paint them up.
The bad part is I've got stuff for a yard sale to put in a yard sale. And as I was going through it, I was like, this is all stuff I bought from a previous yard sale. And so I just think there's it's the same stuff that's just going around to all the yard sales that just people are it's just rotating.
Yeah.
And that's just what happens. That's just what happens. You're like
Toy Story, man. Toy Story.
Right. I need to have 6 different chairs in my dining room. So where do I go? A yard sale.
I could never get up early enough to go to a yard sale.
So my son wakes up early, and if he's up, we go. But there was a time my wife collects American Girl doll, and there was a time we had, oh goodness gracious, let's call it over 30 of them, and it was awesome.
I would freak out in that house.
We would wake up. Well, they were all displayed on a wall at one point, but
if one of them went missing, it'd be like,
I'm leaving. I'm getting a hotel. But we used to wake up at like 6 a.m. to drive all over the state looking for AG dolls, and it was fun. It was a nice little thrill, just to see. Like, I know that feeling I get when I'm on a hunt, and to see it come out of my wife is just one of those things that makes it even more enjoyable. But yeah, so some yard sailing is definitely going to happen this summer.
Absolutely. What about you, Autocorrect? You got some stuff to say.
Oh, well, I was just going to say with yard selling, the best thing that my mother-in-law actually found for me was the 1980s Star Wars 1 through 137.
Wow, that's the comics?
That's the comics. And I gave the guy $100 for them.
What?
Yeah. Sold the whole set to me for, which is still in my collection. That's amazing. Yeah. And if you've done any paranormal research and paranormal stuff I've done, those dolls will definitely scare you if you.
Yeah. Autocorrect. I want to talk to you about those.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find a picture of the old doll display. If I can find it, I'll send it to you guys.
Hey, wait a second.
What's up?
Autocorrect. Do you actually have ghost hunting equipment?
I do, and I have a lot of ghosts and things that video and things I've captured and things I've done for people. But
I want to do a review with you about your ghost hunting equipment, because that would actually be a cool show.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
During Halloween, let's try to make everything happen.
Okay.
So Derek has helped us, my family, out before with some of the spiritual stuff, and he knows what he's talking about. That's as far as I'm going to take it. But he knows what he's doing. He knows every little thing that he's talking about. He knows it. It's wild. So if you guys do a show like that, it'll be definitely one for the ages.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. Absolutely. And my hunter, at least they weren't Cabbage Patch scary, so yeah, that's true. I still want to buy one of those life-size Chucky doll boxes, just the box. Just
the box.
Yeah.
And just
so when people come over, it's like, I haven't find them.
I haven't found him anywhere.
Yeah. It's like, he got out again.
What's great is there's this guy that comes to conventions here in Knoxville, and he's about 3.5, 4 feet tall, and he dresses as Chucky. And I'd be like, I would have that box in my house, and I would hire him to come and just terrorize, whoever guests that come over, or whatever it may be. So,
anyone that knows.
Awesome.
Well, I bet you this year he's what?
I was going to say, anyone that knows the Annabelle doll is actually missing.
Oh, I heard it. Oh, I heard they found her again, though, just in time for the movie.
Oh, did they?
Yep.
They don't know if it's the right one.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And everything, if you follow the trail, all the catastrophes that's been happening, and places burning down wherever she's been.
That I've heard.
And now I had some people reach out, and so that's something I would not mess with. That's the one thing. There's too much bad juju there. But.
So I'm going to cut you off. Jimmy, you said there's a guy that cosplays around as Chucky. I hope this year he goes as Toxie, because that Toxic Avenger trailer dropped. And it looks so good.
Oh, it was so good. Thank you for saying that, Jimmy. Oh, my God.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So I love it. It's such an original take, and I fully support it. That's all I got to say.
100%.
We're not a Toxic Avenger show, but I'm down with that. That looks so much fun.
Freaking Peter Dinklage. I never thought I would have actually seen him as Toxie.
No.
That is freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome.
I wanted to talk something and I can't remember now, and it was Transformers related. Oh, next year is the big Beast Wars anniversary.
Yeah.
And I know we have Quick Strike and Big Convoy coming out, but what do we think may be planned for future Beast releases? Like, who do you think Hasbro might jump in on? Like, I'd love to see a Polar Claw. Like, hey, here's an updated Polar Claw. this is awesome. And maybe they could even revisit Retrax and actually give him like posability and a working design. You know, like what would you like to see for the anniversary of Beast Wars? And no big convoy is not allowed because we know he's coming. You know, like, are there any characters that spoke to you back in the day that you were like, man, that's such a cool idea, but the execution was just horrible? Like, I like Retracts. I like pillbugs or potato louse or whatever you'd like, wood louse, whatever you'd like to call them. I think that's such a cool bug. You know, they're basically like living trilobites. And you know, just bring it up.
I got one. Rampage.
Old Rampage, like the
He's him and
who is
Depth
doing
Charge?
That?
That's Robot Toys is doing Rampage.
Robot Toys is doing Rampage. Yeah.
Depth Charge and Rampage definitely needs to be like
those two would be I would say those would be great.
Yeah, although Depth Charge, I don't think he actually needs to be remade because like the original is just so classically amazing. But I'm pretty sure that they can actually make like quite a few upgrades on that guy altogether and everything. Like
do a Missing Link version.
Yeah. Well, he is already a Missing Link version, though, isn't he? He's got a lot of articulation.
Yeah, but that blaster in his chest with the gimmick made that tail chest area so wide. I'd love to see that condensed.
True,
he's
but
going to get it.
I am, because I actually have him handy right here. As we dust him off, so he looks cool in front of the camera. But I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. He's got such presence, you know?
Yeah, of course. He's wonderful. I love Depth Charge. And it's RoboCop. It's the cartoon voice actor for RoboCop.
Yes.
That looks great.
Yeah, it looks wonderful. Derek, you looked like you were going to say something.
I was just thinking that I was trying to think of his name, but it was the one that was the oxen that when he transformed.
Oh, the bison.
Bison, yeah. I cannot remember his name.
Hold on. I'm gonna Google it.
Hold on. It wasn't
I was going through my old toys, and I came across it the other day, and I was like, wow.
Bone Crusher.
Yeah.
Bone Crusher.
It was Bone Crusher. Yeah, I would love that. That would be a fun one.
Instead of him looking like he's going to give somebody
well,
mist came out of his mouth.
Yeah, he kind of looked like Kenner took like cues from the Bull Alien that they designed with his gimmicks, like the way the head worked and all that. It almost felt like the old Kenner Bull Alien figure.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I know this is going to be a cop out, but with what they're doing to MP17, where they've taken the inspiration of all those different Optimus Primes.
I'm there.
What if they did that to Optimus Primal or a Megatron? They just took like from the manga, the anime, the Beast Wars 2, all of it, and just kind of just said, let's create an original, just kind of really cool homage tribute.
It would have to be Convoy, and it would be a nice amalgamation of whatever design cues fit. I wouldn't even mind if they did the bat and just like
that'd be great.
You know, kind of made him just so heroic. I don't know how to explain it, but with that MPG line, they could do those heroic proportions, and it would probably be pretty wild. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Very, very cool. Very good. But yeah, and hopefully maybe, because I know they're starting to announce guests for TFCon Chicago. Maybe we'll get some Beast Wars guests.
I would love that. It's Chicago, so it's closer to Canada. It'd probably be easier for some of the voice actors to come down. You know, I'll have to check in with my buddy. I haven't heard any updates actually about TFCon Chicago at all.
And Norbz, save up your money. You should go.
I should.
Autocorrect.
Maybe.
We should all have a little
powwow. Little powwow over a deep dish pizza.
Oh yeah. I thought of something else that I'd like to see. Magnaboss.
I would love an updated Magnaboss, and I want a new Transmetal Megatron because that is my favorite design.
Is it really?
Yeah, so Transmetal Megatron and Transmetal Tarantulas are my two favorite Beast Wars designs.
Huh.
And I love Transmetal Optimus Primal as much as people hate it. I love.
He's a cool one.
Yeah, he's so cool because it's the true.
He has a surfboard.
organic mixture with the bots. Like he actually represents it. You know, the whole idea that the faceplate is now this living organic tissue. It's so cool. So yeah, I would love those 3, but I'll take any tarantulas figure because I love tarantulas.
That'd be awesome. So, you know what we should do sometime? This is just a thought. Like, for example, maybe they have TFCon Orlando again, which then that's right in your backyard, Norbz. I would say instead of staying at the hotel, rent a big house with a bunch of rooms and a pool. We go to the convention.
I thought you were going to say stay at the Grand Floridian.
No, hell no. That's so expensive. Too expensive. I wouldn't have any money for robots. Anything like that. I'd be looking at the hotel. Oh, well, there we go. But no, rent like one of those big old houses with a pool and everything, and then like you go to the convention, and then just afterwards, just hanging out together in that house at the pool, barbecuing.
Take an extra day or 2 for a family Disney trip. Get everybody together.
There you go. I think that'd be great.
What do you think? Yeah, Orlando, we all just went to a big house. I'm good to go.
I am too. They got some really cool ones too. You can get the Harry Potter room and the Mickey Mouse room and all that kind of stuff too.
Oh boy,
Jimmy, I really did think you were going to say, you know what we should do? We should camp out in the wilderness where nobody can hear you scream. You know?
No.
Don't hear
my idea of camping is let's get on Priceline and see which hotel is 4-star and it's the cheapest.
That's funny.
Well, we're approaching the time where we're getting ready to turn into pumpkins here, folks. It's 11 o'clock. Many of us are 50 or over or 40 or over or whatever. And so we've got to take our insurers, our medications, all that kind of stuff. And some of us, if we're nice to our loved ones, may have to take the blue pill a little bit later. But anyways, with that, I want to just go ahead and say thank you to our guests. So I'm going to let you all kind of just talk and introduce yourselves. Tell us where we can find you. We'll start first with you, Autocorrect.
Thank you, first of all, for having me. Love it. This show is awesome. Thank you all so much. Like I said, you can find me here on YouTube. I'm going to be doing more YouTube shorts with reviews. You can also check out Bitter Tea Media. And if you want to see any of the stuff that we have worked on, you can type in my name, Derek Davis, into Amazon Prime, and it'll pull up everything, or IMBD page, and you'll see a lot of stuff that we've done. So that's it.
Awesome. Nice. Awesome. Here we go. The man, the myth, the legend.
All right. You can actually find me here on YouTube as Diecast Norbz Activate. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on, on X and on Facebook under the same name. I might come back eventually and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like, we've got to build up my numbers and everything. Yeah. But, like, if I do come back, maybe, you know?
That's it.
So, like,
I'd love to watch that.
Maybe that brings you back. Yeah. Maybe that's what brings you back.
Maybe that's what brings me back. I don't know. But, like, I'm working on stuff and everything like that, so just bear with me and everything, you know? You can actually watch me in repeat, though. I'll be there. That's what the summer's for. It's for repeats.
That's it. Look out for the new season in the fall.
Oh,
exactly.
That's it.
And then, of course, you can find Billy and myself on our respective channels and all that good stuff. Thank you again, everybody. And Billy, I'll let you thank the chat and thank everybody and sign us off, man.
Yep, you got it. So listen, everybody in the chat was pretty amazing tonight. There was a lot of good stuff going on. Thank you to everyone who joined us. I think we have some future shows even planned thanks to this chat, because I was speaking with the internet politician, and he would love to do a show with us. I believe that's Anthony. So I'm looking forward to that. Derek, Norbz, you guys are wonderful. Love you both. Thank you for giving us such a great show tonight. Thanks for being so just talkative. You know, it's nice to have other folks talking and, you know, going. So thank you both. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next week. We've got an awesome show not planned, and it is going to rock.
Absolutely. And in a tribute for the new Naked Gun movie coming out, we will pause and say goodbye.